El Cadejo, El Charro, El Cucuy, and La Muerte. They are coming Monstrous 2, Nightmares of Latin America. Here, this was the same location of Monstrous last year. So we're here at Universal Studios Hollywood today to give you an update on the 4 houses that have been announced so far for HHN 2024, which starts the Thursday of Labor Day week in September. Show you the construction progression on the Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift Coaster. Show you some new props in Universal Plaza in celebration of the 60th anniversary studio tour, and see what else is new here at Universal Studios Hollywood. But most excited, my favorite house last year was Monstrous. Same location, new theme, new monsters, but La Muerte is back.
The latest house announcement is Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. A bone-chilling new specter has escaped from an ancient artifact. He'll stop you cold with a whole army of ghosts. Try not to freeze in fear as you dodge spears of ice as he freezes people solid before your eyes. The Ghostbusters must team up to save the world from a second ice age. This house will be located in H Lot North, where Chucky was last year. And for reference, that is the area behind the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. We cannot wait for this. Share your comments. What do you think about Ghostbusters Frozen Empire coming to Halloween Horror Nights this year? Let us know what your thoughts are.
So as we are looking at Monstrous 2 here in the Parisian Courtyard, if we spin around, we'll walk over to house number 2, which has been announced as a quiet place. The former Walking Dead attraction, which was Evil Dead Rise last year and Universal Horror Hotel the year before. This year will be a quiet place, of course, a quiet place day 1 in theaters now. That is a Paramount picture.
And now we'll take a look at some of the merchandise that's currently available. They have the Where Horror Lives, the new logo and shirts, hats, and cups available now. The cups are really cool. I like this logo, very retro. Also on sale is shirts and hats for Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. Those just came in, I believe, this week or within the last few days. And then the Quiet Place merch has been on sale for a few weeks now. Pick it up now.
Universal is currently celebrating the 60th anniversary of the studio tour, and for a limited time, it's through the middle of about August, you can actually get off the studio tour off the tram at the Bates Motel set for some photo ops. It's a limited time, really cool experience. In addition to that, they have just recently added some new props and photo ops up here in Universal Plaza, including a E.T. photo op with Scuba George from Jaws, the DeLorean, the Western set, and then the avalanche scene from that used to be on the studio tour. So make sure you check it out. The Ice Tunnel 1975 to 2013 went through several iterations over its nearly 40 years as part of the studio tour. Originally called the Doomed Glacier Expedition, it used techniques such as forced perspective and surround sound to immerse guests in the dizzying terror of being trapped in an avalanche. Containing some of the oldest facades on the back lot, the Western set's 1964 to present, also known as 6 Point, Texas, consists of 6 Western-themed streets. The stunt show in 1964 was a live performance taking place in Visitors Village. When the area was reimagined as Prop Plaza in 1965, the stunt show was relocated to the newly built upper lot. You can meet Scuba George here, and Universal just released a hilarious video on their social channels of Scuba George getting hired and training to be an Amity scuba diver. And you know what happens. So I didn't even know they had this, but they have coloring sheets and these punch-out studio tour tramp craft paper craft boxes. You can punch out your own little tramp. These are really cool, and they're free. They're just sitting up here on the tables. Let me show what it looks like punched out. It's the 60th anniversary of the studio tour, celebrating.
Yes, it is. Yes, welcome to 6 Points Town.
Thank you. And I remember when this was an actual Western set right here. That's how.
Okay,
that's how old I am. That's how old I am.
You're speaking our language.
There is currently no wait for the studio tour, so we're going to go run on that really fast. For Horror Nights, there are 2 houses on the upper lot. We showed you those, one in the Parisian Courtyard, one in the old Walking Dead location on Pet's Place. There are 2 in what John Murdy calls T-Lot, which are behind the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, which you'll be able to see those slightly from the studio tour. And then there are 4 on the lower lot. We'll be able to see one of those from the tour, and I know construction has been progressing quite well on that one. And then another one we'll be able to see from the Starway. The other 2 you cannot see, so we'll see how much we can check out today.
The house inside of Stage 15, which we're about to see, has not been announced yet, but it's usually a big one. And this house also has not been announced. What are your thoughts? What could it be? Comment below.
here next to the Mummy Queue, we see Dead Exposure Death Valley. And that van, I think, is staying there. The entrance is going to be around the side. That looks really cool. And there is the location next to stage 16. What do you think that's going to be? That has not been announced yet. Just got off the studio tour. Going to check out the construction back here. We'll show you in just a second for the Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift Coaster. But I will say, out of all the theme parks, and we go to all of them, Universal Studios Hollywood has the absolute best customer service. They know how to take care of their guests here. When I walked out of the parking garage this morning at ET, they had team members standing there with these little paddles that said, "Had a magical day, have a good day, have fun." So the second you stepped into the parking garage, your experience started. I'd never seen them do that. And then there's the greeter that always yells good morning to you as you walk in. He was there this morning. And I was just on the studio tour, and for whatever reason, I bypassed the new step off the tram moment. I was like, well, that's really weird. They didn't make any mention of it. But when we got back to the loading plaza, they were there waiting with front of the line passes for everyone on the tram. So I've been on the rides where they've broken down in line, and they were handing out snacks and pretzels and water. So Universal Studios Hollywood, A+++ for guest and customer service. I will tell you, even Disney does not come close to the guest service.
Here's a closer look at the construction site for Hollywood Drift. You can see the foundations going in for all the roller coaster support. It's going to be huge.
If I didn't have these, I would run through that water. That's how hot it is. And it's so hot, it's not even busy here today.
As we finish looking at the construction here, the coaster is supposed to open in 2026. Don't forget, this week is 4th of July, and on 4th of July, the park will be hosting a special fireworks show. So if you're there, check it out.
That is it from Universal Studios Hollywood. This update for HHN, the Fast and Furious coaster, all the new photo ops. It is really hot today, so I just want to do a special thank you to all the team members working in this heat and all of our character friends too. I know it cannot be easy in this heat, but we appreciate it and the great guest experience. So comment below, what do you think will be the next HHN house announced? I think there might be an Imaginary. There's definitely going to be a Five Nights at Freddy's. What else? What are your thoughts? Put them down in the comments. If you liked this video and appreciate me braving this heat, then give the video a big like. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for future updates. We still have a lot more updates and announcements from HHN, including the panel presentation at Midsummer Scream, the Halloween and Horror Convention, the end of July, which I actually will be hosting a panel for Castle Park, the theme park out in Riverside. They have an event called Castle Dark, so I'll be hosting that on Saturday. The HHN panel is Sunday, so you can make both.